Today we're talking about the structure of a story that makes an impact. Hey, it's Tom Jacobs, TomJacobs.com. I hope you are having a fantastic day. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, right here is the little link that you need to press right now to subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out a lot, and I know it's going to help you as well. Make sure you're looking down below on the comments here, the description of the video. There are several different playlists that I put together on sales, customer service, and financing your business, which I hope will help you out as well. So make sure you're watching those videos, subscribe to the channel, and grow your business. That's what I want to do, and I want to help you out with that. So today I want to get right into how do you create a connection with a story, and this is kind of a whole series this month that I'm going through on storytelling, creating that connection, and ultimately getting your audience, whether it's one person or 1,000 people, to take an action that you want them to take, whether that's to buy your product, make a change in their life, or to add their name to your email list, whatever it happens to be. I want to help you out doing that. So let's talk about creating that connection and that story structure that will get the most impact with your audience. So find a story that has an emotional impact to you, whether that's a great emotion, a happy emotion, a sad emotion, whatever it happens to be, but it needs to be emotionally charged. If it's not, then it's just going to be a bland old story and nobody's going to really want to listen to you. And we want you to have an impact with the audience. The very first thing that you need to do, and this is a 3-step process that I'm going to go through to create that story structure that really grabs the attention of the audience. So the first thing that you need to do is start with the conflict. So a lot of people like to start with, like all of the stuff that leads up to the story, and then there's a conflict, and then, well, this is what I learned, and this is what I did, and boom. Well, a lot of times you'll lose the audience on the build up to the conflict. Rather than starting right there with the conflict, you're going to be able to, boom, grab their attention straight away. And then you can go back and talk about what happened before the conflict, what happened after the conflict, and then what the resolution was. So start with conflict. Concept number 2, your story does not have to relate directly to your product or service on the surface. So here is where a lot of people get a little stuck. They're like, oh, my story doesn't really relate to what I'm trying to sell or the product or the concept that I'm trying to teach. And it really doesn't need to relate 100%. We can always bridge a gap with a nice transition from some of the overall concepts that you may have learned from that particular story in your life or that aspect of what you went through. So don't worry about if that story doesn't relate directly to your product or service. Just write those stories down, start with the conflict, and don't worry about it. Concept number 3 is that you need to take your audience on a roller coaster ride, a journey through your story so that they emotionally can relax a little bit, and then they can also dive back into those emotions that you're feeling at the moment as well with your story. So don't keep heavy. Always think about where the audience is emotionally. If they're down for too long, you need to then, boom, bring them back up with maybe a little joke, a little quirky thing that happened that's related to the story, and then take them back onto that journey up and down on a nicer little roller coaster. So there you go, 3 concepts and rules of building your story that will create a direct impact with your audience, whether that's one person or 1,000 people. I hope you take this to heart, and if you need help with anything that we've covered today, please feel free to reach out to me here on social media. Send me an email, tom@tomjacobs.com. I would love to talk to you about how to craft your stories in a way that makes people take an action. So until next time, have a great day.